On New York's ballot, a pro-abortion measure warned by the bishops to be a wolf in sheep's clothing passed on Election Day. More than 4 million New Yorkers, or 62%, voted yes on Proposition 1, officially cementing abortion on demand in the state's constitution. New York State's Catholic Conference disappointed in Proposition 1's passing, saying in a statement, "Despite this outcome, we will continue to fight the good fight for the protection of human rights, the dignity of the human person, the sacredness of all life, the rights of parents, and the preservation of religious liberty." New York was one of several states that protected abortion on election night. Colorado, Maryland, Montana, and Nevada also voted to enshrine abortion into their constitutions, while Arizona and Missouri voted to expand their abortion access. There were some pro-life wins. Florida and South Dakota both saw abortion measures fail. Joining us now to break down these election results from a media perspective is the director of the journalism program at St. John's University, Mike Rizzo. Hi, Mike.
Glad to be here, Christine.
Nice
Wonderful
to
see
have you. So I want to talk about Proposition 1 first. The bishops in New York really made a push, including Bishop Robert Brennan. He was here on Currents News urging people to vote no. But as we mentioned, it still passed. So do you think there wasn't enough secular media coverage to this?
Well, I think the tablet deserves a lot of credit for bringing the perspective of the religious organizations of the state, the bishops, on their feelings about Proposition 1. But I think, yeah, journalists need to probe a little bit more on all of these things that affect people. And Prop 1 was a big issue for people to have to consider how they would vote. And I don't think there was as much coverage as there should have been. You got some of that from advertisements, but there should have been news stories about it in a more variety of media outlets that would let people know what's going on.
Absolutely. The wording was a little vague. Now, speaking of media coverage, Kamala Harris was criticized for not having a big press conference with all of the media. She didn't even attend the Al Smith dinner, which is huge with Catholic voters. Do you think all of that hurt her chances?
I think it might have. I think, again, making yourself transparent, I think, is a great way for us to think of ourselves as journalists. We want people to know where we are, where we're at on different stories, how we cover those stories. I think, for people in the public eye, that helps too. I think journalists, though, should have been pushing more. I think journalism organizations should have been saying, Madam Vice President, Mr. President, Mr. Former President, we want to talk with you. We want people to know what you're about. We want to have opportunities. There was some of that. I think Trump did much more of that. He went on more popular programs like Joe Rogan's podcast.
Right.
These are ways that people are now getting their information. If Kamala Harris had maybe made those presentations on different outlets, on different journalism entities, then maybe people would have had a different opinion about her and whether to vote for her or not.
Right. And really quickly, Donald Trump has always had a complicated relationship with journalists. So what do you think we can expect in his second presidency?
Well, I think, look, there still may be some abrasiveness to him. That, I think, is his nature. I think journalists have to now step up and say, look, we are expecting that. We know what it was like, but we're still going to ask the tough questions. I think do it respectfully. I always tell my students at St. John's, let's embrace Catholic social teaching as it relates to journalism. There's nothing in Catholic social teaching about reporting, but it is about respect. It is about caring. It is about thinking of the other person. So let's do our jobs at the best of our ability, ask the tough questions, listen to the answers, ask a follow-up if needed, and then move on to the next question.
Well said. Mike Rizzo, director of the journalism program at St. John's University. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
You can read even more election coverage online at thetablet.org. Hi, I'm Christine Persichetti, anchor of Currents News. If you like what you saw, please hit the like button on this video. And if you want to see more content just like it, subscribe and click on the bell for notifications. Thanks for watching, because we are putting your faith in the news.